Good afternoon and welcome to UEL Sports Doc for WBBL Bank Holiday Monday action between two of the powerhouses of the league, London Lions and Sheffield Hatters. Michael Hanson-Morris here with Nigel Lloyd. Nigel, afternoon. Obviously, Lions a strong victory yesterday and looking to get one step closer to the league this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. And this is one of the teams that Lions have to go through if you have to accomplish all your goals, because the Sheffield team, they're packed with internationals, ex-internationals, potential internationals. And then you're looking at the coach, Vanessa Ellis. She's done everything. And I spoke to her earlier, and basically what she's told me is they're just coming back. Obviously, the condolences to everyone in Sheffield for Betty, and they're just coming back from that. They've dealt with that. It's a hard thing when you're talking about the mother of the club, everyone that put everything together. So they're just coming back from that. So they're starting to feel the way they would like to play, and they're starting to get their rhythm again. And they're going to be in third. That's set. So it's going to be a big key now to deal with this game.
Yeah, for sure. And Sheffield coming off a victory on Saturday over the Pennines rivals in the Manchester Met Mystics to move to 17-5 in the league. And the London Lions, of course, still undefeated and looking for victory 32 of the season, domestically 20-0 in the league. So team news for the Lions. Roster very identical to yesterday, so Paige Rom's still out with an eye injury, and obviously Lions losing Valentina Clocker early in the year with the ACL. And Nigel, any news on the most important injuries we were talking about yesterday, Mark Clark, or we're still awaiting a physio report on that one?
No, nothing at the moment. He said he hurt his thumb. That's the official word I've got, but I've got nothing else. But he seems like he's good to go. I've got someone look on the job right now checking it out, but it's just his thumb is taped up and he's ready to go.
And Sheffield Hatters full strength after the change they had to make mid-season. So obviously losing people like Rebecca Cardenas out to injury, but Sheffield full strength today, and they will start with Ebony Horton, who was the mid-season addition from the Newcastle Eagles, Nicolette Fong-Lukui, Hannah Shaw, Georgia Gale and Helen Naylor. And Nigel, talking about Georgia Gale and Helen Naylor, youth and experience, but both proven on both an international stage.
That's true, and that's what Coach Mark Clark had said. He said they bookend the internationals for the Sheffield Hatters, and when you have two players like that, you know that you're always going to be competitive as the season goes along, as well as in any big game, because they're not scared of the moment.
Yeah, and for London, they're going to start same starting five as yesterday. Shaquila Joseph wearing 9, Holly Winterburn, Kennedy Leonard, Joe Leedon-Warner and Azania Stewart. And I've said, again, it's the strength and depth of this Lions team, Nigel Lloyd, to look out for. Leading scorer of the season comes off the bench in Cassie Breen.
True, and then you're talking about the balance of the team as well. They all can play all positions. They're all very versatile. You know what I'm saying? They all play the basketball game for each other. So they're going to be this is a big test for London Lions, but also London Lions, the way this to keep the game flowing, that's fine. You're talking about the captain comes off the bench. When have you seen that? You got a captain of a franchise coming off the bench, and she comes in, and she's I would say a pocket rocket, but I'm respectful. That woman, that young lady is very, very a good player.
Yeah, and London will be in their black kit this afternoon. Sheffield Hatters in the orange. Obviously, these two teams have met twice before, and it was really the cup game that was close. Sheffield, obviously, London a little bit under strength on the day, but Sheffield came all the way back and nearly beat Lions. Sorry, apologies, that was the league game. And it was the cup game that London won on the road 166, but the league game was nearly where the Lions blemish came on the road in Sheffield. So we are expecting a big battle this afternoon. Obviously, Lions 3 victories away from the WBBL Championship, potentially with the scenario to clinch it at the Copper Box Arena Friday afternoon against the Essex Rebels. And that'll be really the marquee victory for the Lions to wrap it up at home.
Yeah, that's true. And both coaches keyed on the 2-point victory that London had as a big deal. So we'll see how they start.
Jump ball, Zania Stewart and Hannah Shaw. And we see the same play that we did yesterday. Tip to Joe Leedon-Warner. Unfortunately, layup can't go. Nicolette Fong-Lukui a little bit maybe getting away with some contact. And she now steps into the pull-up in transition. Long, but Ebony Horton with the offensive rebound. And Georgia Gale will set the Hatters up in the half court. Looking for Hannah Shaw. Nowhere to go, closed down by Zania Stewart, finds Fong-Lukui 2 on the shot clock. Leedon-Warner with the steal, and as the shot clock expires, Lions will be able to go in transition. Leedon-Warner thinks about the 3 and will find Kendi Leonard, who had, by her standards, a slow afternoon yesterday, as Leedon-Warner fires up the straightaway triple and knocks it down.
Yeah, that's a good shot by Leedon-Warner, good patience. this week, today, if Lita Warner has a great game, I don't think she wants to replicate what happened before the game with her baby threw up on her. But that happened, and I told her if it happens, she's got to do it every day.
As Hannah Shaw gets past Leland Warner, layup, I think, blocked by Zania Stewart, and lines out in transition. Holly Winterburn looking to go all the way to the rim. Left-handed layup is good.
Good move. Holly in a one-on-one, finishing in transition. That's what London would like. They're getting off to the races. Sheffield's got to watch that.
Yeah, and the matchups on the wing, certainly something we're looking for. George Gale, Helen Nail, Ebony Horton, three of the stronger wings in the league to match up with the Lions, as Gale now steps on the baseline, trying to beat Holly Winterburn off the dribble. Yeah,
the Lions, don't forget, even though they score a lot, their defensive pressure and defensive intensity is what a lot of teams haven't dealt with this year. So hopefully, to make it a better game, Sheffield deals with it a lot better.
Yeah, Lions off to the early 5-0 start, 75 seconds gone at UEL. As Holly Winterburn handing off to Kendi Leonard. Joseph stepping up for the screen. Leonard pull up from the elbow, knocks it down, and Lions off to a really strong offensive start.
Especially if Kennedy hits the jumper. She's been struggling a little bit with a pull-up jumper in the three-point game, so the fact that she scored that is going to be a problem for Sheffield.
Hannah Shaw now on the three-point line, looking for options. Going to be a skip pass to Naylor. She'll put it on the floor, going to her favoured left hand, deflected away by Holly Winterburn. And Sheffield will retain possession, but 8 left on the shot clock.
Yeah, Lions defense, if you watch, even Holly, she's battling for this position. She's fighting, and she's going against a girl that's got a lot of size on her, but she's battling, and that's what Lions defense is about.
Leonard into the passing lane, no backcourt violation. She tipped it, but Fong Lucre's in her own half, going to heave it from 60 foot. That's close.
She had to do that.
Off the backboard, and referees correctly say no rim, but I thought for a second, Nigel, we might have basket of the season.
Yeah, for sure. But it's so great of the young lady to recognize the shot clock and was able to take the shot. A lot of people would have done that. They would have dribbled it out and said, oh, I didn't know. So that's what I like about the young lady. That was a good decision.
Yeah, Nicolette Fong-Luke, obviously part of the GB setup in the past, including that Commonwealth Games silver medal 4 years ago. And Stewart beats Hannah Shaw off the dribble, gets the contact, lays it home. And Azania Stewart continuing where she went, started yesterday with a strong performance inside.
Definitely, and she's being very aggressive inside. And we saw yesterday Lions establish Azania on the post, trying to get down there to, oh, she didn't even realize it was her and one. She was getting ready to line up for the free throws. So, yeah, her aggressiveness was the key for London yesterday in the game yesterday, and she's keeping it going for today.
And Hannah Shaw will head to the bench, having picked up that first foul of the afternoon. And it's Naomi Campbell weighing 13 in for the Hatters, as Azania makes no mistake from the line. Lions, of course, perfect from the charity stripe yesterday afternoon against Caledonia Pride, and after a 10-0 start here this afternoon, as Nicolette Fong-Luke gets a matchup she probably liked with Azania Stewart, goes to the reverse, but blocked by Stewart, keeps it in bounds, and Lions have a chance to go 4-on-3, and the referee is going to stop the game and check on Nicolette Fong-Luque on the baseline.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that Nicolette liked that matchup. She might like that matchup, but she's taking a 3. When you go into the basket, then it becomes Azania's advantage there because of her size and her ability to block shots. So, yeah, she's got to find a way to deal with that, because London does switch every screen when it gets tight.
And the referee, John Letizier, just talking something over with the table officials. And they're going to, I think, restart the play after the block. So it'll be the ball coming all the way back down to the other end of the floor. And Lions will inbound it and have a chance to extend this really perfect start to the game.
That's true. One Coach Mark Clark cannot be happier than it's happening. Uh-oh.
As Holly Winterburn blows the open layup, and Georgia Gale able to pull it down, but Lions another great look. And now Ebony Horton down the left wing, working on Winterburn. 2 former Charnwood College players going at it, as Fong-Luque again in the paint. Looks like she slid the back foot. Indeed, she did. And you do wonder, Nigel, if you're Vanessa Ellis, you're thinking about an early timeout here.
Yeah, she's definitely thinking about it. But I think she's trying to give her girls a chance to play through the situation, because you know, they're making some mistakes that can be fixed. You don't want to travel, but again, that's Azania Stewart clogging up the middle when you really think about it.
Shaquila Joseph working on Helen Naylor is going to reset the ball. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for the Lions. Leadon Warner inside to Joseph. Another layup for the Lions. Late whistle as well. And the Lions will have a second 3-point opportunity of the afternoon. Foul is on, I believe, Helen Naylor. We'll need to get that checked. And Shaquila Joseph will have a chance for the three-point play.
Yeah, that's a... Oh.
And
I heard a whistle.
oh, okay, so they've called basket good and a loose ball foul on the rebound, so no and one.
Okay.
So it's just a loose ball rebounding foul, so Sheffield will retain possession.
Okay.
Wait. No, that should be Lions ball if it's a foul after the basket.
Unless the foul was on the Lions player.
Well, it's gone on the scoreboard as on Sheffield, so should be Lions. Anyway, we're going to carry on.
Yeah.
Ebony Horton past Azania Stewart, ball deflected out of bounds.
Is that a block or a steal?
I think that'll be a steal. We'll just hold on. We'll just get everything set. It's a little bit chaotic over here. We've not even got a sub yet, and Helen Naylor's run off the court.
Yeah.
Helen Naylor checking out in replacing a Miles Stewart, who was unsigned the first part of the year at Nottingham Trent. They've got promoted into the Bucks Prem North, Nottingham Trent University, as an undefeated season in Bucks.
Ooh.
And she signed with Sheffield Hatters just after Christmas, as Georgia Gale's going to fire up a deep three off to the right, and Leedon Warner with the rebound.
Zane just got size inside.
Azania Stewart indeed, size over Georgia Gale. Tough finish by Azania
Great
Stewart.
finish. That's a good find too by Holly Winterburn, and a great outlet by Joe Leedon Warner to get that transition bucket.
As Fong Lu Kui finds Gale inside, wraparound pass to Stewart. She's got a wide open look at the three off, but Ebony Horton able to pull down a rebound. Horton, a really strong rebounder, but unfortunately Hatters turn it over, and Lions got a 3-on-2. Leedon Warner to Joseph, puts the ball on the deck out to Leonard, and now Lions will recycle with Winterburn coming off the screen, looking skip pass to Leedon Warner. She'll set her feet, fire up the triple off, but Shaquila Joseph with one-handed rebound, boxing out Stewart and pulling it down with the right hand. And Lions will get another second opportunity. Third offensive rebound for the Lions as Winterburn turnaround gets it to go, and Lions 16-0 start, Nigel. Lloyd.
I know Lions. I know Coach Mark Clark sat down. We've never seen him sit down this early in the game. But Lions are getting everything they want. The defense is working. The defensive pressure is working, and they're scoring the basketball and steals.
Holly Winterburn knocks it away from Georgia Gale, and she will commit the foul. Winterburn asking for the unsportsmanlike, but Stewart and Campbell have both got back in transition. And Georgia Gale will head to the bench to replace by one of the Sheffield youngsters, Abby Whitehouse.
Yeah, currently at the moment, everything London is doing is working defensively and offensively. I mean, if you hold a team to 16-0, you're talking about the third-place team in the championship right now. So this is going to be a key to see how Sheffield reacts to that. So that's why I think Coach Vanessa Ellis has sat down some of the key players and said, let's see what can happen. Let the youth come and give a go.
Yeah, and Abby Whitehouse, the MVP of the WEBL North Division this year for Sheffield College. As Winterburn looking for options, finds Leonard, 10 on the shot clock. Stewart posting up on Campbell, going to skip past to Leedon Warner, but Fong Lu Ki gets her hands in the passing lane, deflects it out of bounds, and 7 left on the shot clock.
That's probably the best defensive stance that Sheffield's had so far against the London Lions team, and he's still talking about still 7 seconds to go in the shot clock. We'll see what happens.
As Leonard gets the handoff, gonna fire up the three off the backboard, nearly drops, and a fight for the rebound. Last touch, Stewart. So Lions will get the baseline possession, and Lions strong start on the glass at both ends as they were yesterday in the first half.
Definitely, and that was the key for London's yesterday was the offensive rebounding, and let's continue to let it go.
As Leonard looking for options, well defended by Sheffield, but Azania Stewart somehow keeps the ball alive, finds Leedon Warner. Back inside to Stewart, tipped away, but as Lions still come up with it. Might not be pretty, but Lions have possession. Winterburn 2 on the shot clock. Got to fire it up, doesn't hit anything, and that will be a shot clock violation.
And that would have been another offensive rebound for London Lions as well. I mean, right now, London, they're just working on all phases of the game. You wouldn't have thought they played yesterday, you know what I'm saying? But they just look like that game got their rhythm now. They're clicking on all cylinders.
And Sheffield still looking to score for the first time as Shanice Beck for Norton heads to the scorer's table. Shanice, 21 points, leading score yesterday as Campbell goes to the little hook. Contested rebound, finds Stewart. Winterburn out in transition, going to take it at Fong Lu Kui, misses the layup. Leonard tips it to Joseph, and she'll lay it home for 2.
We should get an assist for that.
Should be Should be
Kennedy Leonard's assist, right? On
Yep.
the tip. Yeah, hopefully. Is that a rebound and a tip?
Yeah,
And assist?
controlled tip will count as an offensive rebound and an assist as Horton driving on Leedon Warner. Take the contact. Referee's going to call it on the floor. So it'll be Sheffield baseline ball. Foul is on 33. Leedon Warner, her first personal, second team foul for the Lions as Mark Clark makes a triple change. Beckford Norton, Cassie Breen and Steph Ume into the game. Joseph, Winterburn and Leonard out.
Wow, that was a good shift, if you can say that, because the women came in and it's 18-0. I mean, what could Coach Mark Clark want now?
As Sheffield, Abby Whitehouse too long on the pass. Leedon Warner, the easiest steal she get of the season, and she'll lay it home for two as Vanessa Ellis trying to talk to her point guard in Nicolette Fong-Lu-Ki. And rather surprised she hasn't called a timeout at this point, Nigel, just to calm the side down.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but she knows the team much better than I do, so she probably knows how they react in these kind of situations, so we'll see how it goes.
Cassie Breen with the reaching on Fong-Lu-Ki. That'll be her first personal, third team foul as Fong-Lu-Ki heads to the bench and she'll be replaced by Georgia Gale back into the game.
Yeah, this is a tough game. Lions defense is phenomenal. They're switching all screens, but they're just playing
as
unbelievable
Whitehouse
defense.
thinks about the free, he's going to drive, splits the traffic, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound off Stewart, and Lions they're just a little bit lazy on the closeout, but again we're picking bones of what's been a pretty flawless first quarter so far.
True. This Lions team, they're setting records in all phases of the game, and now you look at them defensively and you're like, what is going to happen here? It's a good, unbelievable basketball game.
I think they saw what Sevenoaks did yesterday and hold Gloucester to 2 points in the first quarter and go, we'll try and beat that, as Ume misses the layup. Leedon Warner with the offensive rebound will get it back on the 3-point line. And Lions now with into the ball screen. Beckford Norton contested well by Stewart. George Gale, great box out on Ume, and then a fight for the rebound. They're going to call a foul, I think, on Leedon Warner. Indeed, that will be. That'll be her second.
Yeah.
And they're going to give a flop warning as well to Beckford Norton, as Campbell and Stewart head to the bench for the Hatters. Back in Naylor and Shaw, and a double change for Mark Clark as well, with Leedon Warner and someone heading to the bench. I've lost track of all the subs, but Azania Stewart and Chantel Charles into the game for the first time this afternoon.
Oh, I thought Stewart was in. Yeah, just for sure. Now we got Chantel, and she's in her natural position, the 3 position as well, the small forward. So we're going to see how Lions and how Chantel deals with that matchup. Also with Georgia Gale and Shanice Beckford Norton, that's going to be a good matchup as well.
As Helen Naylor, the ball out of the horn set, looking for Horton on the back door, well protected by the Lions, forced to Shaw in the corner, and she will string the 2, and Sheffield finally on the board after 7 minutes.
And it would take a veteran like Shaw to come down, knock down that shot to get a team going again.
And now Lions setting up in the half-court. Beckford Norton going to drive past Whitehouse, lose the handle, but Ume comes up with it. Lions still with 7 on the shot clock. Cassie Breen's going to fire at the 3, little bit short, and George Gale with a good box out. And Lions a little bit cold from the perimeter so far, 1 of 5 now.
Wow.
As Gale with a great find to Horton. She'll beat Breen. Stewart does well to contest. Shaw flying in for the rebound, and will reset to George Gale. Straight away 3 is up and good for Georgia Gale.
Now, this is a Sheffield team that we expected. They're competing offensively and defensively, to get stops, and then they're pushing the ball in transition and trying to get an easy look.
As Cassie Breen off the screen, finding Beckford Norton. 10 now left for the Lions, as Breen on the flare is going to get a good look at the 3. Hannah Shaw late on the closeout. She will catch Breen on the follow through, and Cassie Breen will head to the line for 3.
Yeah, I guess when you're looking at a player of Cassie Green, the way she shoots the 3, you don't want to give her an opportunity. And I think Shaw got caught there because, Green's been knocking down the 3-point shot very consistently this season. Yeah,
Cassie Breen, probably the worst shooting performance of her Lions career yesterday afternoon. Went 3 of 12 from the floor, and she makes no mistake on the first free throw. And Lions were 16 of 16 from the line yesterday, and this would potentially make it 4-4. So I think 20 out of 20 across 2 games isn't a bad start.
No, it's not a bad start. We want to know who's going to be the first one to miss.
I wonder if there's a little team punishment being talked about for that one amongst the players.
Yeah. Well, Cassie's got 3 the old-fashioned way, and we know she's normally a 3. Oh,
as Ume jumps in the passing lane to break up the pass from Horton to Naylor. Good recognition there by the American. And Lions unable to go in transition. Will set it up, but Beckford Norton gets all the way into lane. Helen Naylor flying across from the weak side, but gets Beckford Norton on the arm. And Helen Naylor will pick up the 4th team foul for the Lions. First on Naylor, and finally we do get a timeout from Sheffield and coach Vanessa Ellis, her side trailing 5 points to 23.
yeah, well, also that was a great screen by Steph Ume to allow Shanice Beckford Norton to get to the basket and going to her left, and she was almost able to score the basket. She's a little disappointed as well, too, because she normally knocks those shots down. So when you look at that, Lions, they got something for Coach Mark Clark to complain about. A couple missed layups and those kind of things. But otherwise than that, defensively, Lions are really getting the job done.
Yeah, and I think the stat that proves that right now is Sheffield Hatters 8 turnovers already. Lions have got 13 points off those turnovers, and that's really the Lions' style, that defensive pressure on and off the ball, denying in the passing lanes, that's caused every team in the league problems this year.
Yeah, that's true. And also when they finish off, when you get a defensive situation, you want to finish off with the rebounding as well. And then when you look at that, Lions have got 9 rebounds. So the fact that when Sheffield misses London to getting the rebounds and they're getting off to the races, especially a Sheffield team that's shooting 2 for 11, so it's all of that goes together with the transition, with the stops and those kind of things.
And to put that into context, Sheffield Hatters average 14 turnovers a game, 3rd least in the league, and they've already got 8 minutes into the contest.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to stay under 14 the way London plays defense unless Coach Mark Clark turns off the troops, and I don't think he's going to do that because he's just trying to get his team better every game, and they got 5 games in 7, so it's not time to take it easy now.
No, Lions will head up to Manchester on Wednesday afternoon as part of the 5 games in just over a week, as Beckford Norton is the first one to miss a free throw.
Yeah. Wow.
I think that's a delayed commentator's curse, that one.
That's all right. She may start a new streak.
And makes no mistake on the second, lead back up to 19 points as checking in for the first time this afternoon, wearing 11 for the Hatters, Charlie McGrath, as the press for the Lions, as Stewart deflects the ball from Sean. We're out and running. If Beckford Norton could chase it down, if anyone could, it probably would be Shanice Beckford Norton as the quickest player in the league. She will find Breen, and Cassie Breen will reset for the Lions. Stewart looking to post up on Helen Naylor. The ball can't go inside. And Steph Ume coming up on the ball screen. 5 on the shot clock. Beckford Norton gets into lane, gets the contact, and will lay it home for 2, and will have a chance for a 3-point play the other old-fashioned way.
That's true. And that play was made by Cassie Breen standing in the strong side corner because the young lady couldn't leave her. And then when Shanice turned the corner on that layup, there was no help available because of the way London spread the offense and the weapons they have. But Sheffield's going to have to deal with that somehow because you can't give Shanice Beckford Norton layup after layup.
No, and foul, I believe, was on Abby Whitehouse on the weak side as Lions up to a 22-point lead and into their 2-2-1 press. Gale looking for a long outlet. Ume running back and deflects the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, London, they've been working on this press this year, and this was something that Coach Mark Clark has added near the end of the season right now, and it's being very effective as far as getting the turnovers and also rushing some teams that maybe want to go a little slower.
As Helen Naylor gets the switch onto Stewart, she will line up the free ball and make no mistake. Helen Naylor, first points of the afternoon as Breen in transition sprints to the corner, can't quite get to drop. Ume and Naylor fighting for the rebound, and Georgia Gale will come in and tie it up, and it will be Sheffield ball on the possession arrow.
Yeah, that was good. Luckily for Sheffield, because Ume, again, her traditional thing is she's a very good offensive rebounder. Now Lions get a chance to set up their press, so we'll see how Sheffield deals with that.
Again, Sheffield going for the skip, this time successfully executed as Naylor working on Stewart. Going to go to little fall away to the left, and Helen Naylor starting to heat up back-to-back buckets. And Sheffield has hit double digits with 40 seconds left of the opening quarter.
That's a good play. Sheffield's now starting to handle London's pressure, so we see how London adjusts to that.
You can hear the Hatters bench starting to
travel.
Encourage as Ume travels.
Yeah, she did. That's not her style of game, though. She can go to the basket, but normally it's on a straight drive. Steph tried to give it a little fake before she went, so she got caught with the travel.
Hatters now with McGrath on the wing. Cassie Breen went to deny it out late, forces the rotation. So Naylor gets another good look, and Helen Naylor 8 points in 45 seconds. And Sheffield back to 14 with the shot clock turned off in this opening quarter. Charles looking for options, 7 left on the game clock. Finds Beckford Norton, fakes it, steps into the long two from the foul line, gets it to go. And that will do for the first quarter. London Lions 29, Sheffield Hatters 13.
I don't know what it is about London Lions and number 13, but this is now the 4th quarter out of 5 that London has had held the team to 13 exact points in this weekend so far, this Saturday, Sunday, Monday doubleheader. So when you look at that, London defensively, they're really on point, holding a strong Sheffield team to 13 points in the quarter. So we see how we can build on that.
Well, I just hope their target for that for the quarter to hold teams to isn't 12, because they'd be 0-4.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, that's true. And they held one to, was it 10 at one point as well. Now, London, the defensively, they're playing unbelievable. And when you look at that compared to offensively, you're trying to think of what's going on. And they're running, they're getting steals, they're getting out in transition. So it's a good job. And here we go. It's Holly going to the basket with the left-hand layup. In transition, she's good. Oh, that was a welcome sight to see Kenny Leonard hit a pull-up jumper. She's been struggling with that.
And I think the thing we'll see on this is the balance of scoring from the Lions. Leading score after the opening quarter, despite having 29 on the board, is Shanice Beckford Norton with 6 points.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's the versatility. And Holly's showing all parts of a game. Here we go, and we got another move. And it's the offensive tip to Shaquilla Joseph from Kenny Leonard. Get an assist, get an offensive rebound. Very, very good. And now the run out for Joe Leadham. She's never going to have an easier shot than that this season.
No, and Lions shooting 66% from 2 to open up the game, 10 of 15 from inside. A little bit of struggles continue from the 3, 1 of 6, but 29 points again in the quarter is going to be hard for any team in the league to keep up with Lions on this form on the offensive end.
Yeah, and you see how Shanice, when she gets to the basket, her athleticism and the way she can finish is a problem for Sheffield. I think the help's supposed to come, but she's just so fast and she's so athletic, they can't get there in time to stop her from scoring. So I'm looking at maybe the fact the Lions are not shooting the 3 very well, that Coach Ellis may go to a zone at some point in this game, because that may be the only other option you have, because currently you can't live with London scoring 29 points in each quarter.
And Leah McDermott in for the first time this afternoon, went 25 for the Lions. Leah broke that streak, and I caught up with her briefly after the game, and she told me how relieved she was to finally see a free drop yesterday afternoon or in the second quarter to break that duck that she'd had going, as she will bring the ball up and find Cassie Breen to get the opening possession of the second quarter. Beckford Norton able to walk straight into exactly the spot she hit one from 2.5 minutes ago.
True, that was a mistake.
Makes no mistake except the Sheffield defense.
Yeah. I thought Georgia Gale was supposed to switch, or her teammate thought she was switching and she wasn't. So they have to sort that. Now look at the size advantage Shaw has over Shanice. Oh, they switched. Lions switched, though.
And Helen Naylor inside, lob pass over the head of Cassie Breen, and that'll be a foul on Leah McDermott from the weak side for the push. Probably a little bit of a bailout there. Helen Naylor was probably caught directly under the rim and couldn't really have an angle to the shot, but you can understand why Breen's there on the help side.
True, and I thought it was McDermott that got the foul, but I thought Breen was going to get the block just now. So quite possibly they got away with one. But London, they're swarming defense, and they're helping out. As you see, Coach Lavinia, he's telling
Steph Ume
where she should be in that situation. So it's still a learning process for the London Lions all the time.
And Helen Naylor able to convert 1 of 2 from the line. She's up to 9 points personal. As Breen thinks about the 3, uncharacteristic for Cassie Breen, maybe turns one down and finds Beckford Norton now driving on Whitehouse, going to take some contact, and Shanice Beckford Norton, tough finish.
She's a tough finish. She's a matchup for anyone. You're talking about, that's the young lady that's coming off the bench for your team, and she's just getting to the basket at will right now. She's also the game's leading scorer, I believe.
Yeah, Beckford Norton up to 10 as Shaw misses the turnaround. Gets the bump again from Joseph, again just slightly off for Hannah Shaw, but 2 looks, she'll be happy with him now. Beckford Norton looking to go coast to coast, underhand pass to Charles, doesn't quite connect, and timeout. Coach Mark Clark for the Lions.
Yeah, look, it's there, and it's a good try. And one thing I did like about that situation, besides the fact that Shanice was able to get the rebound and she was able to push the ball in transition, you had the team running. You got Chantel trailing down the middle, going top speed, and yet that play didn't work. But for London to be successful, when you have someone like Shanice that can push the basketball in transition, you have to run with her and give her options. And I thought London did that very well in that situation. Of course, they got a timeout for that, so we'll see what the coach thinks.
Yeah, and I think maybe some of Mark Clark we're talking about just slowing down Helen Naylor. Obviously got warm at the end of the first quarter, has had impact on both baskets in the both shot attempts for the Hatters early in the second quarter as well, and just trying to make those adjustments and keep getting better, because that's what this Lion team going. As much as domestically, there's also probably a part of his staff that are thinking about what happens next year when they turn to Europe, and just the foundations you need to put in to compete with teams like Bourges, teams like Valencia, all those top European sides that they might see some point next season.
True, that's true. And it's always a build. And also, you want to finish off the season the best way possible. You know, if you're a team that you're undefeated and the season, you're not trying to get your first loss. You don't care what it takes. You know, we're going to try to fix everything and try to get better. So we'll see how it goes now.
And we're back underway at the University of East London with Ebony Horton bringing the ball up to Georgia Gale. Helen Naylor, kind of a no-look pass to Horton. She'll get inside, can't finish over McDermott. And now Leah McDermott, chance to push, 2-on-2. Beckford Norton streaking down the right, can't quite handle the ball. And Lions with a turnover, their 5th of the afternoon.
Yeah, I think there's a concerted attempt by Lions today to run. And you're thinking of a team that just played a game yesterday, but they're really pushing the ball in transition. Maybe they see that as a weakness, transition defense for the Sheffield Hatters.
And Lions again switching on the defensive end. Naylor now inside on McDermott, goes to a tough turnaround. Contested rebound's going to be pulled down by Ebony Horton. 2 or 3 bodies on the floor. Naomi Campbell nowhere to go. And Lions somehow match up, and the shot clock's going to run out on Sheffield.
The Lions swarming defense right there. They just kept playing while all through the situation. Sheffield, they just lost their poise a little bit because they didn't think of a shot clock violation. And now you got Kennedy Leonard in for their McDermott. So, again, the players are getting rest. Coach Mark Clark's able to rest his players and bring them back.
Yeah, and the depth of the Lions team, another strong suit. Mark Clark able to go with so many different options on any given day. And we heard from Kennedy Leonard post-game yesterday talking about that depth, and no one's worried about those individual numbers. It is about the team concept, as Beckford Norton is fouled. Naomi Campbell didn't quite give her enough room to land, and Shanice Beckford Norton will head back to the line for the 3rd time this afternoon.
Oh yeah, I like that. The referee is protecting the jump shooter. There's nothing worse, and when you go up to take a shot and someone doesn't give you a chance to land, also you could get an ankle injury and those kind of things. I'm not saying that young lady was trying to do that. I'm just saying I like when referees protect jump shooters as a former jump shooter myself.
I'm sure Naomi Campbell will take the compliment of being young as well.
Everyone's young to me, so that's okay.
Naomi back with the Hatters this season, having stepped down last year, with Hatters obviously having the year out to play with Nottingham Trent University in WNBL. But when Hatters came back, she was only ever going to go one place this season, as Beckford Norton goes 1 of 2 from the line. Lions lead back up to 20 as Vanessa Ellis speaking to John Letizier quite angrily on the sideline. As Georgia Gale now guarded by Beckford Norton finds McGrath from 3. She gets a good wide open look and makes no mistake.
Yeah, I watched the Sheffield team in warm-ups. They can't shoot the ball very well. The opportunities to get open looks hasn't been there early in the game, but now they're coming. I expect them to knock shots down.
As Charles inside Beckford Norton, maybe with a little bit of a force, but deflected out of bounds by Sheffield, as Miles Stewart is going to check in for Naylor, and Joe Leedon-Warner will replace Shanice Beckford Norton for the Lions, who've got 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
And that's a Beckford Norton with 11 points, and she's also been the only one to miss free throws for the Lions in the last 2 games, so I'm sure she's not going to be happy with that.
And Holly Winter, second sub for the Lions, Holly Winterburn replacing Cassie Breen as well. So Winterburn straight into it, off the curl, able to get to the rim and lay it home for 2 with the left hand.
Oh, and the pressure, the defensive pressure by Holly Winterburn caused Ebby Horton to make a turnover. I think she stepped on the line as she was because of the pressure, because she thought she had an easy pass to Georgia Gale. So that's defensively for Holly as well as offensively scoring that layup.
Yeah, so Lions with a new 14 seconds off the turnover. Leonard looking for Charles on the ball screen. Joseph got a matchup she likes with Stewart. Gets round and lays it home for 2.
That's a good pass. Was that Interburn with that pass? And that was a good post-up and a good finish by Shaquilla Joseph.
Joseph, the Lions addition in February, having joined from Hungary, as Horton loses the ball, knocked away by Charles. And Shaquilla Joseph will find Holly Winterburn. And Winterburn working on Stewart, hands Leadon Warner. She fires up the right wing triple. And Lions finally get a free to drop. Second of the afternoon, and Vanessa Ellis, quick timeout for the Hatters.
I am not sure who Jolita Warner is looking at, but at the moment when she hit that 3, she looked over to someone to find. I guess she was either saying, finally I hit a 3, maybe someone in the family, or I'm not sure. Did you see her? That was
I think maybe a little point to Holly Winterburn as well. I don't know. Her family are on the other side of the bleachers, so it definitely wasn't to them, but either way, Leadon Warner fired up as ever, and that's the type of thing you expect from Jo Leadon Warner, though. There's no let up at any point, practice, game, doesn't matter for her.
Yeah, what I've been told by the coaching staff for Jo Leadon Warner, when she sits on the bench, she really cheers the team on. Like a lot of people sit down and get the rest. No, she's involved in the game wholeheartedly. She talks defense, she talks offense. She wants the girls to play good basketball the whole time. Sorry, the women. I keep saying girls. I apologize, women. So she wants the women to play good basketball all the way through, no matter time, no matter score. And that's what you want of one of your leaders of your team.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously that Euro League, Euro Cup, international Olympic experience comes through. And I say I'm lucky enough myself to just see the practice. And you see the plays sometimes with Joe, Azania, people like that diving on the floor in the game, but that happens in practice, and that helps bring the whole team up, because that is the standard day in, day out.
That's true, and that's standard set by the London Lions. That's standard set by the players. That's standard set by the coaching staff. That's what's expected when you become one part of this team, and that's good. Because then Shaquilla Joseph, she came in, and then she joined, and she does that. She's getting unselfish plays. She's making layups. They're just playing great team ball. Good job by London. Now we're going to see how they handle this press. So we'll see how Sheffield handles the pressure again.
Yeah, Lions out the timeout in the press, but Nicolette Fonglake able to handle it and bring it up and get Sheffield into the half-court sake. See Vanessa Ellis trying to wave someone through. Doesn't look like they're in the right spot, but George Gale now 7 on the shot clock. Finds Campbell, going to fire up the 15-footer. Can't quite go. And Azania Stewart with the rebound. And Lions again looking to add to this offensive output. 41 points in 14 minutes. As Stewart gets the duck in, finds Leadon Warner. Right wing triple up and good. And again, Leadon Warner talking to someone in the crowd.
I don't know. I don't know if it's everyone's here for London Lions on that side of the court anyway. That's where London circled. I know there's a referee right there as well, so I don't know if maybe somebody's missing. Block shot.
Fonglake tipped by Leonard. That might be a rare block, and Leonard able to go coast to coast. Goes past Gale, but misses the layup.
Thought she was just a little bit too casual. That was a good pass by Chantel Charles to get an assist.
As Gale to the left hand, can't get it to go. Leadon Warner, long outlet to Winterburn. She's being chased down by Horton, and Ebony Horton will send Holly Winterburn to the line 4-2.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good job by London. Again, I think this is a concerted effort by London to get off to the races. I've seen some games where London get the ball on defense, where they come and set up. They're actually just getting out in transition and pushing it and running. And I think maybe that's the game plan for Coach Mark Clark today, because it's a concerted effort for the team to really run.
As Holly Winterburn makes the first.
I'm just curious to find out who Joe's talking to, though.
Hey, well, maybe it's a tactic from Lions fans. Chirp Jo Leadon Warner, get her fired up and get her making threes.
Yeah, I have no idea, but it's working.
As Holly Winterburn looked like she was going to trap it, forces the long pass, and Sheffield have a chance in transition off the press break. Stewart blocked Naomi Campbell. It looked like a wide open layup, but Azania Stewart, long arms out of nowhere.
Yeah, but still with,
Leonard looking for the foul. Referee happy to let the contact go, as Winterburn's going to stop behind the screen, let it go off to the right, and Ebony Horton able to pull it down, nearly turns it over, going into Chantel Charles as Lions defensive pressure continues. George Gale driving, going to split the gap between Leland Warner and Chantel Charles and get it to go. Strong move by George Gale, but Lions again looking to push in transition. Winterburn underhand pass to Leland Warner, tipped out of bounds by Ebony Horton.
Yeah, when you see that, you're talking about Georgia Gale was able to score a layup. London was able to get an outlet and get off to the races and almost had a layup for Jolie and Warner. So I think you can say that London, once they're playing good defense, they're really trying to make the score.
Yeah, it looked like Shaquilla Joseph had a layup for half a second, but Kennedy Len didn't want to force it in. Instead, it's going to curl out for the free. Azania Stewart, big size mismatch with Horton as Nicolette Vongley spins Kennedy Leonard out the way and will be called for the foul on the baseline.
Yeah, she looked surprised on that, but I thought it was a lot of contact by the young lady right there. That should be up to, was that her first foul, first foul?
Yeah, and again, apologies for any slight issue you've got with the internet. We are looking into the issue. Ooh. As Leonard this time finds Leland Warner. Looked like a very similar action. This time Leonard makes no mistake with the pass, and Joe Leland Warner able to let's get it home for two as Horton takes the tough fadeaway over Stewart. This time avoided the shot being blocked, but really very little chance of that going in.
And also Joe Leland Warner with her 2 fouls. She wasn't trying to get her third, so she played good defense.
And Stewart posting up on Campbell gets the Lions to the 50-point mark. 16 minutes into the game as Miles Stewart inbounds it straight to Kendi Leonard, and Leonard blows her second layup of the afternoon.
That's about the only thing that's struggling with Lions right now. If you can say anyone's struggling, is Kendi Leonard's ability to score a wide open layup. But I'm sure that she will change that.
As Ebony Horton, as Lions scramble defensively to get matched up after nearly committed with turnover. Leonard bumps Whitehouse, and Abby Whitehouse will go to the line for 2 shots as Vanessa Ellis looks to make a triple substitution.
Yeah, I thought Abby Whitehouse, that was good for her to push towards the transition. It looked like Lions had more than 5 players on the court. The women were just covering all areas of the basketball court, and she was able to find a way to get 2 shots out of this, and her team desperately needed that with a score 50-21. And you need any baskets you can get right now.
And it'll be Abby Whitehouse looking to close the gap ever so slightly into the game for the first time, wearing 14 for Sheffield, Ailing knee, as Hannah Shaw also checking back in along with Helen Naylor for the Hatters, as Leonard now with a little bit of pressure from knee in the full court will able to bring it up over the timeline as Leonard gets past knee on the baseline, cut off by Horton, looking for options, finds Leland Warner on the reverse. Leland Warner to Azania Stewart underneath, and Stewart can't quite get it to go, and ball last tipped by Shaquilla Joseph out of bounds.
Yeah, Lions they got a good play. That was good defense by Sheffield, but I thought more London missed that. I thought Azania could have scored that basket, and for sure Shaquilla got 2 hands on the basketball for that offensive rebound.
As Whitehouse now under pressure by Winterburn, picked up a dribble, going to find Shaw, wraparound pass to knee. Little bit out of reach, but able to keep possession alive. Knee looking for the skip. Naylor into Shaw, 4 on the shot clock. Leonard comes away and rips it out of the short hands of Hannah Shaw. She'll get past Helen Naylor, go coast to coast. Leonard again can't quite get it to go, but Leland Warner on the follow.
Yeah, with a good with a good offensive rebound by Joe Lindman. She didn't bring it down, just caught it in the air and finished.
As Hannah Shaw now working on Joseph, looks to go to the up and under, but her back foot just ever so slightly slides. In fact, no, foul called. Yeah, apologies.
Foul
that's
on
9 on Shaquilla Joseph on the reach in. 2nd personal foul, 3rd team foul for the Lions.
Yeah, I thought that was a good job by it was Naylor, right? She went to the basket strong to make sure Joseph had a foul.
Yeah, it's Hannah Shaw on the post up, but Horton now going to fire up the 3 over Leland Warner, slightly long, and Winterburn with her 3rd rebound of the afternoon. And she'll bring the ball up. And Lions is trying to look like they're going to get high-low, but Joseph unable to get it this time. Finds now Leland Warner 7 on the shot clock. Winterburn. Stewart's got a match-up she likes, but Joseph's going to take it past Naylor, dish it off. Stewart in and out on the long 2.
Yeah, that's a shot. Oh, offensive.
And that would be a push-off, I would imagine.
Definitely a push-off. That was good defense. Oh.
And also a technical. So I'm guessing the foul is on Kennedy Leonard for the block.
Oh, he
and
missed
then
that.
A technical foul as well. So that'll be her 3rd personal foul.
Yeah.
And I imagine this will see Shanice Beck-Norton into the game.
Yeah, we had a good angle. We didn't have the angle the referee had. Watch this. You're gonna watch the push off.
Yes,
I don't. You can't. I don't know how you. And he's there.
Sorry, John.
And he might have given him a flop warning or something. I don't know what he could have called in that play, but he'll want to see that replay. Obviously, we have replay, so there's a difference. But I still don't know what angle he could have seen, and he could have gotten help from someone else.
Indeed, but Ebony Horton on the technical free throw makes it, so that is that. And
that'll be one of the plays of the year, right?
Yeah, Kendi Len's still in the game on those 3 personal fouls.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the plays of the. Uh-oh, she could get a foul now. She's got to be careful.
Naylor backing down on Len. Leadon Warner with the help, and now Sheffield double team the outlet, but it's going to allow Lyons to run. Leadon Warner to Beckford Norton, and Lyons will back it out, but Beckford Norton again with the long 2. Leadon Warner somehow gets the rebound, and she is fouled as she tried to recycle. Foul on Abby Whitehouse, 4th team foul on the Hatters. So it'll be Lions ball from the sideline.
True, and there's another offensive rebound for London Lions to give the team another possession. At the moment, it just says 7 offensive rebounds, but it seems maybe quite possible because shooting 54%, there's not a lot of offensive rebounds. That's a foul.
Indeed, and that'll be
on Ebony.
On Ebony Horton. That is her 2nd personal foul, but now the 15th foul for the Hatters, so Holly Winterburn will get to go to the line. The Lions' 12th and 13th free throw attempts of the afternoon.
Wow. Okay. Well, they're not going to be 100%, even the rest of the team right now. Holly's finally missed one. Coach Mark Clark, I think Lions are going to try to set up their press again. Oh, she missed both.
And contesting for the rebound, Beckford Norton somehow comes up with it.
Great rebound.
As Leadon Warner looks like she gets the contact, does indeed, and gets it to go. And Joe Leadon Warner will head to line for a chance of a 3-point play.
Yeah, and the post move, that's the versatility of Jolene Warner. We've seen her hit 3s today. We've seen her get to the basket and hit layups. Now she went to the post game. She's going to turn around and score. When she's got size advantage, she's got all the moves in the game.
And Leadon Warner makes no mistake from the line. And Lions up to a 31-point lead in this WBBL clash as Beckford Norton comes up with it, dives on the floor, finds Leonard, and this time Kendi Leonard lets the layup to go. Right. And the Lions' defensive pressure again causing Hatters all sorts of issues.
And you got your captain diving on the floor for balls right now in a game like this, so the tone has been set.
And Shaw this time able to convert just inside the foul line as Sheffield successfully break the press. As Winterburn now finding Beckford Norton just into the final 70 seconds of the first half. She'll fire up the contested 2 over Horton, and Hannah Shaw able to find Abby Whitehouse. Lions again up in pressure, so Sheffield have a brief opportunity to see if they can capitalise. Lions still trying to scramble to get matchups, but Leadon Warner tips it into the backcourt, and now Helen Naylor will have to reset with 7 on the shot clock. Whitehouse on the pick and pop, finds knee in the corner, 3 is up. A little bit long, and Naylor reaches in on Holly Winterburn and will send her to line 4-2.
Yeah, she thought Holly boxed out a little bit too aggressively to get the rebound, but it was definitely a foul just now. Sheffield's got to, I think they'll be glad to go to halftime. When you play the first half like this, the way his team's been playing, I think they're just like, let's get to halftime and then let's get a reset and start all over again. Quite possibly it's a lucky basket the Lions are shooting on as well, so we'll see. Holly scored the first.
And
she scored
the second. Lions capitalising from their foul line. It's the 11th and 12th makes from the line in this first half as we're into the final 40 seconds. Horton working on Stewart will get the blow by, but Shanice Beckford Norton on the tip. Leadon Warner comes up with the steal, and 3-on-1 for the Lions. Leonard, Leadon Warner and Winterburn fakes left, looks right, and Leonard able to lay it home 4-2.
Yeah, that was a good pass by Joe Leadon Warner. That's the way to run the transition.
And shot clock is now off for the Hatters.
Ooh.
As Horton nearly dropped the ball, going to drive, put up a tough 2, in and out, contested rebound, Beckford Norton, she's got 5 seconds. Stewart looking for Leonard, she'll fire it up just inside the half, a little bit short. And that will do it from the first half at UEL. London Lions 61, Sheffield Hatters 26.
Yeah, London Lions right now, they're just clicking on all cylinders. They're shooting 54% from the floor, 62% from the two. They're only shooting 30% from the three. I think the zone's coming if I was coaching against them, because they're not hitting the three-point shots, but they're definitely scoring on the free throws, 12 out of 16. And it's just the way they're finishing. They're getting a lot of offensive rebounds. Obviously, they got second chance points. They've got 9 offensive rebounds today, and they've got 18 assists. Wow. That's what you call very unselfish here. And as you notice, that's London getting out in transition, getting steals, running. And they've made an effort to run. When you got 61 points at half time, you're making a conscious effort to run and get the score up.
Yeah, and we're going to take a quick break here from UEL, try and reset the internet issues as well, and hopefully we can get up and running. Paige Robinson will be joining us for a little chat over half-time as well. But just bear with us and we'll hopefully reset the internet issues and rejoin you in a few minutes' time. Good afternoon and welcome back to UEL Sports Doc. London Lions 61, Sheffield Hatters 26 at the half. Michael Hanson-Morris and Nigel Lloyd, but temporarily joined by Paige Robinson. Paige obviously out with an injury today, but just talk about the first half and how impressive the Lions have been for.
Yeah, the Lions have really set the tone. Sheffield had a slow start. This is like, we know Sheffield can turn it up, so it's great that we're keeping the intensity up, and we're just here to play every single day, so it's really good.
And take us into locker room a little bit with Mark and the team are talking about still trying to progress and get better each and every day in practice and games ready for the postseason.
Yeah, we go at it. Mark is a tough coach. We're tough players. We're building something out here, and it's great to see each game we're looking to improve something. We don't settle. So it's great. It's a great atmosphere. It's a great team, and it's very exciting to see the potential.
And obviously, if we look all the way back, it feels like so long ago now, but obviously the European campaign, and how much confidence did that give the team to going to Bourges, playing a team like that, pushing them in and winning the first leg, to build into this WBBL campaign?
This is historic moments we're building, and to be a part of that is like, you can't talk on it. It's just to know that hard work really does pay off, and to be a part of a team so special. It's it's every kid's dream in the UK, and it just shows that it can be done. It can be done in any team. You just got to invest, put in the work, and I'm happy that we're the ones to do it.
And obviously for you came back from Florida, had a great collegiate career there, and then came back and had this opportunity with the Lions. And just talk about the strength in depth and how this Lions team helped you grow on the experience you got in the States as well. Yeah,
going to Florida, I got really athletic. They made me run a lot, so coming home and I can run the floor pretty well, and I'm like naturally conditioned doing so. So that's a positive. That's something I can bring to the Lions. I can like defend the perimeter to the inside player. So I'm happy that I can like be diverse in that aspect.
And for you, obviously, unfortunately, still out with an injury. You've got your eyes swollen up again. But just talk about your growth this season and learning from people like Azania Joe, who have obviously come in this year.
Azania and Joe are great role models. Azania, that's my Gator sister. Like she set it for me to be a part of that legacy that they've both built. Like they're amazing, and they set the tone every single day in practice. So to have that input, no other team has that, so we're grateful for them and the investment that they've put into us young ones, the rising stars. So it's really good. And
obviously for the team closing on the title, but still got a little bit of work to do. Trip up to Manchester Wednesday, Essex Friday, and then Sevenoaks Sunday. But how important is the undefeated season aspect of that as well?
Yeah, it's really important because we got to remember that each team can show up and play. We can't just show up. So we have to stay drilled in and stay ready to play, because each team want a piece of us. So we can't let it up at any moment. And
just quickly before we get the second half underway, obviously you and the halftime team talk. Is it always about just trying to get better, or is it just about maintaining this and obviously making sure you're ready in a good shape as well for Wednesday now?
At this point, it's just about maintaining and making sure we're good each game. We've got a tough week ahead, and we just got to use our bodies properly and not overdo it, but still gain something out of each game. So it might not be as aggressive, but it's going to be something, and we're going to leave happy.
Well, Paige, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll let Nigel Lloyd back in for the second half and let you go carry on cheering on your teammates. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
And as Paige heads out, the team's both heading onto the floor. Apologies if we had some internet connection issues in the first half. Hopefully done our best to fix those during the first bit of half-time. Out onto the floor for the Hatters. Weighing 0, Ebony Horton, 3, Nicolette Fongluki, 9, Helen Naylor, 7, George Gale, and 13, Naomi Campbell. For the Lions, it's Chantel Charles, Kennedy Leonard, Joe Leedon-Warner, Azania Stewart, and Holly Winterburn. It'll be Hatters with the first possession of the second half. Fongluki guarded by Leonard. Shot clock down to 6. Skip pass to Naylor, who had a period where she was really hot, as George Gale gets the call from the referee, driving on Holly Winterburn. Winterburn stepping to her right and called for the blocking foul. And George Gale looks like she's caught one in the stomach. And hopefully she is all right, as she just looks like one of those just knocks the wind out of you, Nigel.
Yeah, it does. And there's sportsmanship. Was no intent there, but you just hope Georgia's going to be all right. She's a tough competitor, though, but you know, for her to stop like that, you know that she's actually feeling. You see Holly showing sportsmanship, checking to make sure she's okay. So that's good on all parties.
And it'll be Hatters get a new 14 seconds from the sideline. Helen Naylor with the lob pass over the top of Leonard, and a great pass by Horton to get the second half underway.
I think so, and I thought also Sheffield has reacted to how London plays defense, so they put Kennedy Leonard against the bigger player because they know they were going to switch every screen, and that created a situation.
As Leedon Warner fires up the straightaway triple, doesn't go, but gets her own rebound, kicks it to Leonard. She'll drive on the baseline, try and wrap around, but Holly Winterburn left the corner, but Ebony Horton picked the ball up and then had to throw it away. So Lions will get a new 14 seconds there.
Yeah, Lions got away with one because normally when Kennedy drives baseline, Holly fills the corner, but because Ebony cut her off, Ebony was able to get in the passing lane, so Holly decided to give it a better angle, and it was a good steal, but then also Ebony went out of bounds.
Lions' 10th offensive rebound of the game, as Winterburn thinks about the three, drives past Horton, goes to the Euro step layup and gets it to go, and Holly Winterburn up to 12 points personal on the afternoon.
She did, and I saw her talking to one of the assistant coaches, Ricky, about her shot. That's the only thing that she's struggling right now is her three-point shot. When she gets that going, she'll be unstoppable because she's scoring all her layups, and also she's handling the ball very well.
Gale driving on Winterburn, nowhere to go, and Chantel Charles steals it. Lions 2-on-1, Leonard to Leedon Warner, and Leedon Warner will make no mistake, and Joe Leedon Warner forces Vanessa Ellis into a quick timeout.
Yeah, she's not going to let this the second half go the way of the first half, thinking the women were going to play through it. She's able to stop the action right away because they are not handling the pressure very well. When London puts the trap and they rotate to the next pass, Sheffield's still thinking the next pass is open, and they're making a mistake. They've got to find someone else, and also people have got to cut once in the basketball.
Yeah, and unfortunately the turnovers continue to mount. We took them first half. Sheffield only averaged 14 turnovers a game. That's the 17th of the afternoon, and Lions convert that now for 28 points, and no doubt that's probably the thing Vanessa Ellis is talking to her team about.
And that's probably one of the things she spoke about at halftime. When you see a coach call a timeout this early, you know that it's all about the scout. She put a scout report in that she wants the team to do this half, and they just haven't done it. She knew that the press was coming, and she knew that London rotates after that, and that someone made a mistake. Now, the one thing she did do well was when they were able to get the layup, because Kennedy switched, so that was the thing.
Yeah, and Hatters first out back onto the floor. And it'll be Georgia Gale taking a breather, replaced by Abby Whitehouse. And we will get the game back underway with Nicolette Vongluki finding Naylor Vongluki on the flare screen. Gets a good look at the three, but Leedon Warner with the rebound. She'll fire it ahead to Holly Winterburn. Winterburn with space in front, kicks it to Charles, and Leonard will step out for the three and string it.
Well done, well done. Good ball movement. Again, London's getting off to the races off every possession. They're swinging the ball. They're making Sheffield have to rotate, and that's a good sign when you see Kennedy Leonard hit a three-point shot.
As Horton gets down the lane, gets a good look, but misses, but Naomi Campbell able to pick up the rebound, and she will head to the line, fouled by Chantel Charles, her first of the afternoon.
Yeah, it's a good play. There we go. You have to be aggressive, though.
And yeah, just a little reach in by Charles. And to be honest, it might be this right-hand basket, curse of the missed layups. We saw Kennedy Leonard uncharacteristically miss a couple in the first half when open, and now Ebony Horton unable to connect. But Naomi Campbell will have a chance from the line to make amends. Campbell, a 80% free throw shooter on the season.
Yeah, that's good. She shot it well, and that's what's needed, offensive rebounding as well, so they can get that second chance points.
And Campbell goes 2 of 2. And it'll be Leonard to bring the ball up, looking for Winterburn off the double screen. Leedon Warner instead pops, and now Winterburn wide open in the corner. Just can't get it to go, but Chantel Charles on the offensive glass again finds Leedon Warner, thinks about the three, draws a double team, kicks it open to the open Charles, and she makes no mistake. And Leedham Warner again, veteran play, draws two, knows someone's open, just had to find the right pass.
Yeah, very good pass by Jolene Warren into open Chantel. We know she can hit that.
As Naylor pulls up, can't get it to go, and Lyons again looking to push. Long pass from Leedham Warner, finds Leonard, fires it back over the head of Fong Lu Kui to Leedham Warner. And Leedham Warner and Stewart can't quite get there. Naomi Campbell with the hand to force the turnover. And it'll be Ebony Horton working on Holly Winterburn, met by two Lions defenders, but Naylor can't convert from the free throw line. And Lions again looking to push in transition. We talked about that in the first half. It's Leedham Warner this time open. Fong Lu Kui cuts off Leedham Warner, but she spins back over the shoulder and gets it to go. And Jo Leedham, 22 points on 9 of 12 shooting.
Yeah, she's shooting unbelievable. Hopefully her daughter doesn't have to throw up on her every game just to get her to play as well, because she complained about that before the game.
I'll let you tell her that one.
No, not me.
As Naylor trying to find Horton inside, 5 on the shot clock, skip past. That hit the side of the backboard. I'm not quite sure how it got there.
I know. But I thought Azania Stewart, she looks disappointed as well, because if the ball just went right past her, as you can see, watch, it hit, yeah.
Oh, it hits Azania, that's what it was,
yeah.
and then Stewart fouls Campbell on the drive.
And then she smacked the ball volleyball style. Oh, she was just disappointed because she thought she was in very good defensive position to get that steal.
And Leedham Warner will head to the bench for the Lions, replaced by Cassie Breen, and Miles Stewart will check in as long as Naomi Campbell can make the second free throw. Campbell couldn't get the first to drop. As Naomi Campbell looking for her 5th point of the afternoon, indeed she does, and she will head for that breather. Lead at 42 for the London Lions, who look set to move to 21-0, 2 wins away from the title. Sheffield dropped to 17-6, however have already confirmed 3rd place and a home playoff quarter-final in 2 weeks' time, as Winterburn lays it home for 2. Ebony Horton went for the steal, and Sheffield just not able to rotate quick enough to help Horton out.
They haven't been doing that all game, though. I'm not sure what's happening on that rotation, because that's a problem. While London are over-rotating, see, like that, get some help, and then they're off to the races again.
Yeah, Naylor over the double team, couldn't get to go, but Leonard running the floor down the left-hand side, and Holly Winterburn finds her, and Candy Leonard into double digits with 11 points personal to go, with 4 assists for the Lions.
And you talk about Holly Winterburn showing some of her point guard skills. She's got 5 assists as well as 5 rebounds. Yeah,
and Fong Lu Kui nowhere to go on this possession so far. Shot clock down to 7. McGrath on the turnout screen, just off to left. Contested rebound pulled down by Naylor. She will go over the shoulder, can't get it to go. And Azania Stewart finds Winterburn, and Lions again looking to push 3-on-2. Winterburn to Breen, who travels.
Definitely travel. Yeah. But that's about the only mistake Lions made when they get the outlet, and Coach Mark Clark isn't happy, but he really can't say a lot because the women, his women are winning by so many points. But he's kind of sub, though. Someone's coming out for that.
Yeah, Shaquila Joseph heading to the scorer's table as Miles Stewart finds Ebony Horton on the right wing. Sheffield a little bit static offensively right now, so Horton's going to put her head down, drive on Chantel Charles, and gets it to go. Tough finish over Azania Stewart.
Yeah, there was a good move by Ebony Horton, and she was going right because she looks like she prefers to dribble with her left hand, but she was able to get the, it's a good pass.
Stewart can't find the cutting Winterburn, but Horton can't corral the pass by McGrath, and now Lions in transition. Leonard, foul line pull-up, no mistake.
Yeah, and also that's what's needed. Kennedy to hit a pull-up. She's hit a 3. Except when she starts hitting all her layups correctly, she'd be back offensively the way she started this season.
As Hannah Shaw gets the full away to go. Sheffield looking a little bit more consistent last couple of minutes on the offensive end, but defensively, Lions are just getting whatever they want as Leonard finds a wide open Breen. That's off to the right. And Miles Stewart with the rebound, but Kennedy Leonard there turning down a layup to find the wide open Cassie Breen free. And normally you'd take that.
Yeah, but she's such an unselfish player, Kennedy Leonard. You know that. So if she finds a teammate, she's trying to get them started. I can understand it because Cassie hasn't been hitting. She's the leading scorer as she normally does.
As Chantel Charles picks up her 2nd personal foul, 4th team foul for the Lions. As Whitehouse back into the game for the Hatters, Joseph and Beckford Norton for the Lions. And Sheffield will have a inbound pass from the baseline. 4:09 left of this third quarter. Lions up 79-35 on this bank holiday Monday as Stewart knocks down the long two.
It's a good play, and was able to get a good basket. And that was much needed by Sheffield. Well, they're down 42 now.
Yeah, and at this point, it's all about momentum, looking for the playoffs as well. Is if they match up in a final, trying to find something that might work in a game plan for a final. As Leonard on the flare screen to Cassie Breen, and Cassie Breen misses one open three. She won't miss a second.
No, she won't, and she's needed that. That's her first 3-point shot of the game, and normally by now she's 3 or 4 made, so that's good find a teammate and good shot by Cassie Breen.
In fact, Cassie Breen's first field goal of the afternoon, her only points came from the line. She went 3 of 3 from the line early as Whitehouse drives, receives the bump, and with the Lions in the penalty. Foul on 8, 10, 9, 7, 6. So they're having a little bit of laugh about it. Our referee and our table officials down there believe it's on 10 Cassie Breen. That'll be her second.
Yeah, and Lions right now, that's probably the only thing they're not doing correctly. They've got 5 team fouls while Sheffield Hatters have not fouled this quarter. So that's maybe the only thing Coach Mark Clark, that's why he's standing up. He's obviously got some stuff to deal with.
Yeah, and I think he was also given a play call. One thing we're talking about is offensive rebounds, as Shan Charles gave one up, but makes amends with the block and gets possession back for the London Lions. As Leonard looking for Breen on the flare screen. Breen coming back up wide open, catch and shoot over Hannah Shaw, in and out. Couldn't quite get the home court roll, but Shanice Beckford-Norton knocks it away from behind, and she will go down the court. Looks to lay it home, but can't quite get it to drop. And Abby Whitehouse now kicking ahead to Horton, who does well to stay in bounds on the right-hand side. Horton working on Joseph, and Leonard with the reach in. Her 4th personal foul. The foul's going to be called on Joseph.
Oh, she got away with one.
Third foul on Joseph. As you see here, Beckford-Norton couldn't quite get the finger roll to go.
True, she couldn't. I thought, Kennedy got away with one just now. I understand the foul was on Kayla Joseph, but it looked like for sure Kennedy stripped Ebony Horton's hand. It's a good free throw made by Ebony, though. That's needed because the team still have to try to catch a rhythm for today.
And Horton 2 of 2 from the free throw line. As we're into the final 3 minutes of this third quarter, WBBL Championship will conclude on Sunday as Beckford-Norton on the curl screen from Leonard. Great find. And Shanice Beckford-Norton up to 13 points. Kendi Leonard, 7th assist of the afternoon.
Fantastic execution on that play as well.
And Horton now guarded by Beckford-Norton is going to find Whitehouse. Shaw inside working on the smaller Breen. Breen going to get the call as Hannah Shaw going to be called for the hook.
Yes, she did. That was good defense by Cassie. Watching the post, she's going to be a push off with the offhand, the left hand.
Yeah, maybe Breen gets a little away with a little reach in as well to help the hook, but there's definitely a little small hook there for Hannah Shaw.
Yeah.
And not too many arguments as Leonard looking like the same play. This time Chantel Charles pops, gives it back to Leonard. Hesitation dribble on Campbell, step back. And unfortunately, Kennedy Leonard can't get the nice move to go. Nicolette Fong-Lukui somehow avoids running into Leonard, turning the ball over. And Abby Whitehouse kicks it inside to Campbell, stays just inside the baseline. And Hatters recycle the ball to Fong-Lukui. Campbell steps out for a rare three. Good look, but Shaquila Joseph pulls down the miss. And Lions advance it into the hands of Chantel Charles. And set up in a horn set for Leonard. Charles not giving it to Joseph on the duck in. Beckford-Norton in and out move, pass short, layup can't go. Lions struggling a little bit on the interior in the second half, and Beckford-Norton miss a layup one end and a defensive effort to get right back in the play down the other, and you can see the Lions bench applauding that.
Yeah, they really applaud that because that inspires your team when you look at your captain and she's playing that hard.
Shaw, the fall away over Joseph, back iron, and Lions now going to opt to walk it up with Kennedy Leonard. Shanice Beckford-Norton just checking the bottom of her shoes, and Cassie Breen flying off screens once again. Gonna look for the handoff, but Whitehouse defends it well. ball back into the hands of Leonard. 5 on the clock. Breen fills, gets Whitehouse on the pump fake and can't get to go, but Shanice Beckford-Norton with the rebound. Extra passes by the Lions, finds Chantel Charles, left corner 3, and again, Lions just can't get it to drop. 6 of 19 now from 3 as Nicolette Fong-Lucui drives down the middle of the defense, and neither team right now can score.
No, and they're throwing the ball. They're throwing the ball away a little bit casual for London Lions team. So we'll see what happens. One shot now. Clock is off, so we'll see how this goes.
Fong-Lucui decides to back it out, trying to find Horton on the flare screen. Good screen by Shaw, and again, can't get it to go, but Chantel Giles comes down with the rebound. 4 seconds. Leonard looking for options as Chantel Charles is down hurt. Beckford-Norton heave to beat the buzzer, cannot go. And hopefully Chantel Charles is all right on the baseline. She looks like she might have got just a little clip in the mouth, maybe. Can't quite see her. She's heading out quite angrily, actually.
Yeah, she's not happy about that.
Hopefully it's not a tooth or anything.
No. Hopefully she's all right. Chantel, she's a warrior, though. I think she'll come back. In a game when you're winning by 44 points, the last thing you want to do is pick up any kind of little injury. So maybe that's what it is. But London are playing very well. They're executing well. They're getting everything they want offensively and defensively. And at the moment, we held Sheffield to 14 points.
Yeah, unfortunately, your lucky 13's been broken, Nigel Lloyd, by
finally.
1. But no, yes, and we talked about Scrappy. No points in the last 3 minutes of that third quarter. Sheffield now just over 4 minutes without a field goal as well. And I'm sure both teams just want to tidy it up. At this stage of the season, it is all about that momentum and rhythm going into the postseason.
Yeah, that's true. When you look at this now, look at London, that's what needed Kennedy Leonard to get a nice little pull-up jumper. She's been trying to get her offensive game on track. Cassie, we know she can knock those down in her sleep. There's no way she was going to miss 2 of those. So we just look at the unselfish play. This lob play to Shanice, oh, that's unbelievable. You can't trail on the screen for Shanice because she can turn the corner so quickly. And I think that's where Sheffield's making a mistake. I've not seen them go under any screens for Shanice or slide through. They've been trying to follow around. And her athleticism is off the chart. So I think they have to find a different way to guard her. And now Coach Mark Clark has made some change. They've got Graces in the game, one of the young players from the WEABL team. So she's in the game now. So there's a lot of people here supporting. I guess a lot of people came to visit.
Yeah, well, I think I've definitely seen Alex Strickland, her brother, down in the bleachers. And obviously Grace playing WEBL for Lions and WNBL as well. Obviously, unfortunately missed a part of the season with injury, but she'll get her first action of the afternoon, immediately double teamed to not let her catch the ball.
Yeah. So that's good. And she gets to run the show, too, because she's a very good and upcoming point guard.
Yeah, as Leedon Warner working on Campbell. Ball knocked out of bounds by Campbell. And Lions will get the baseline possession. Good defense by Naomi Campbell there.
Yeah, that was very good defense, especially against Joe.
And Lions looking for an outlet. It's Stewart to Strickland. Working on the baseline, gets past Whitehouse, finds Leedon Warner in the corner. And Joe Leedon Warner called for the travel, but also called out of bounds. I'm not quite sure which, but either way it's a turnover.
He signaled both. He pointed for the out of bounds and he signaled the travel as well. So you just picked one. That's up something for the stat person to scratch their head about.
Either way, Lions' 9th turnover of the afternoon as Whitehouse cuts back door, stays in bounds. Horton on the pump fake, gets Ume in the air, and Ebony Horton just off to the right. And Naomi Campbell trying to get the rebound, fouls Azania Stewart. And that'll be Naomi Campbell's 2nd personal foul of the afternoon.
Yeah, I thought that's good defense. And Azania, she's been doing a good job rebounding today. She's up to 7 rebounds, 6 offense, 6 defensively, and that's what's needed.
And Grace Strickland bringing the ball up for the Lions, calling out something, finds Leedon Warner, who's wide open. Horton got lost on the screen as Beckford-Norton tries to split 2 defenders, and a blocking foul called on Naomi Campbell, moving to her right, just trying to close the gap a little bit too late, just with the right hip.
That's true. That's
and
true.
2nd team foul on the Hatters, 3rd on Campbell.
Oh, Azania for 2.
And Azania will be fouled. I don't think you can argue that one.
No, it's no arguing. That was a very, very good cut by Zania Stewart and a good find by Joe Leadham.
And that is the third personal foul on Naomi Campbell in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. She's getting her money's worth right now for all the minutes that she's on the court.
And Leah McDermott checking in for the Lions, replacing Shanice Beckford-Norton as Azania Stewart heads to the line for 2. Stewart shooting 80% at the line this season. Can't get the first.
For 43 seconds to be gone of the fourth quarter, it seems like a lot of basketball action have happened, hasn't it?
Well, I suppose every time you think about 3 fouls in 43 seconds, you normally think about 3 personal fouls in about 20 minutes. So
Yeah.
understandable. Naomi Campbell will stay in the game on 4 fouls. Hopefully she doesn't pick up a 5th. For the Hatters, she is open, pump fake, working on Strickland. Going to find Fong Lu Kui in the corner. Sorry, and then on the elbow, and Nicolette makes no mistake. She's up, first field goal of the afternoon for Fong Lu Kui. Was 0 of 5 prior to that. As Leadham Warner to Ume, and ball reversal now for the Lions. Flare screen again set as Leadham Warner attacks, finds Stewart, dumps it down to Ume, working on Campbell. Little fade away, and Steph Ume with her first field goal of the afternoon as well.
Yeah,
for the Lions.
She's been hitting that little bank shot when she posts up a lot, and she's been really finishing there. And I've seen Chantel's back in the building now, so hopefully she's okay.
And foul called there on Leah McDermott, her second personal foul. First team foul for the Lions. And Ebony Horton for the third time this afternoon to the line. Was perfect until then at 3 of 3, but unfortunately can't get that one to go. But makes amends and makes the second. Lions leading 87-43 over the Sheffield Hatters. The win would move Lions 2 games away from the WBBL Championship as McDermott to Leadham Warner on the handoff back to Strickland. Receives the screen, finds Azania Stewart in the high post. Leadham Warner left wing triple up, in and out. But Leah McDermott, weak side, crashing the glass, and she will recycle the ball for the Lions.
That's a good hustle.
Leadham Warner with the pretty dribble, finds Strickland. Fong Lu Kui with the reach in and knocks the ball away. And she will look to push and find the cutting Naomi Campbell. Push in the back by Steph Ume, who takes out the billboard herself and unfortunately the camera.
Unfortunately the camera. Yeah, but that was definitely a foul of Steph Ume, and that's Sheffield trying to get out in transition, try to finish the game. Hopefully the young lady's okay, but yeah, she definitely took out the camera.
And Paige Robinson walked out of the building, walks back in, hugs John Letitia and says, "What happened to the camera?" And John Letitia is just looking at that. Hopefully all the equipment is all right. Team manager for the Lions, Rashay Walton, just coming to check in for the camera with our camera crew upstairs on the balcony here at UEL.
And we don't have that many bodies there, so we're just going to have to let that go for now, I believe.
Yeah, and we'll just move the advertising board to move it well away and check everything is all right.
That's Rashay Walton doing overtime right now.
Does overtime and team manager actually, is that a thing?
Oh, no, that's not a thing. There's no such thing as overtime.
As Naomi Campbell heads to the line for 2 free throws. Campbell 3 of 4 on the afternoon. It'll be Hatters 16th and 17th free throw attempts. And Naomi makes no mistake. Goes up to 7 points personal, second leading score for the Hatters this afternoon.
I like this young guard battle as well. The pressure that Grace is under, but the young lady is pressuring Grace. I like this battle, and that's what's needed right now. So she can get a chance to play at this level, she has an opportunity, so that's good.
And Strickland called for the carry. Crowd not happy with the call.
Not happy at all. And now she's getting posted up, so she's getting a chance to learn all of this.
Hannah Shaw with a foot just inside the three-point line makes the long 2. And Shaw up to 8 points personal to go with 4 rebounds on the afternoon. And Hatters have got this down to 40. Strickland being pressured by Horton finds McDermott. 9 on the shot clock. Xenia Stewart looking for the high-low with Ume. Ume over Campbell, can't get to go, but fights for the rebound. Double teamed, gets the contact, and they're going to call an offensive foul for a clear out just to create some room on the interior to get the shot up.
Yeah, she did a lot of good work there trying to get the offensive rebound after she missed the shot, but she definitely did clear out with that. But I think Coach Mark Clark is saying she may have gotten fouled before the clear out right there, and that's what he's asking for the referee. Lions are still pressuring, though.
And I can hear Mark Clark saying it's the same call at the other end. Not going to let the referees have the fourth quarter easily, as we've got both teams on 3 team fouls just 3 minutes in, as Campbell working on Strickland, and Strickland forces the errant pass. Shaw was briefly open, but Leedham Warner jumping into the passing lane for her 4th steal of the afternoon, as Xenia Stewart with a hard screen on Abby Whitehouse. Strickland thinks and pulls the long 3 just a little short, and rebound knocked out of bounds by Abby Whitehouse, and time out head coach Mark Clark.
That's good. I like the way Grace responded to the ball pressure. She was able to take a shot. Yeah, she didn't knock the shot down, but she showed that she's not scared of the moment, and that's good for her in this situation right now, and that's good for her learning process as well.
And just a quick look at the other score in the WBBL Championship, one of 2 games here at the University of East London Sports Dock. Other game up in the northeast at the Virtue Motors Arena. It's currently Newcastle Eagles 32, Essex Rebels 26. Newcastle in a must-win situation to keep their playoff dream alive. Essex still technically could slip out of the playoff race, but probably need just 1 win from their final 4 games. They will head to the Copper Box on Friday afternoon, 4 o'clock tip, to play the Lions. And if Lions can finish the job here,
and Manchester,
and then win in Manchester on Wednesday afternoon, they will go to the Copper Box with a chance to clinch the title at home, part of a double-header with the BBL side, who will play the Cheshire Phoenix on Friday night.
Yeah, you would think in that situation, obviously that's the goal, but I think London wants to go undefeated this year. So even though they'll be happy to win the league, and if they can get through these games, and these are very tough games, and you can't underestimate anyone, especially when you got to go up to Manchester with the way that team plays when they play at home, and then you have to try to beat Essex, a team that's fighting for their playoff lives. But then I know for sure the way the women are playing here for London, they want to try to finish the whole season off and try to maybe find a way to be undefeated. So while that's a goal, I think they're taking it 1 game at a time.
And we'll see what Coach Mark Clark's drawn up. Looks like the same set we got at the end of the first half yesterday. And Xenia Stewart this week makes it, and you can see the smile on her face.
Yes.
So Nigel Lloyd, we were wrong yesterday. The play was for Xenia Stewart.
Yes, and she knocked that shot down so comfortably.
As Nicolette Fong-Lequi drives, good defence by Leah McDermott to keep her hands out and take the contact with the chest. And Joe Leedham Warner will bring it up for the Lions. Joe just trying to get everyone in the right position. McDermott on the curl screen. Same set we got for Shanice Beckford Norton. This time, Leah McDermott does it a little bit simpler rather than the alley-oop, just lays it home for 2.
True, and execution was just flawless for the London Lions right now, and Sheffield's got to deal with that. Here's a switch now. Grace is going to be guarding one of the bigger players. She's guarding Shaw.
As Horton drives to the lane, Strickland on the rotation will foul Horton, and Ebony Horton will go to the line. Good news, the camera is alive.
Yeah, that's true. Excellent job. Now we'll probably get better angles. Oh, it's a timeout?
And a timeout called by
Sheffield. Coach
Vanessa Ellis. Side trailing 91-47. And just quickly again, we talked about Essex fighting for players' lives. Another team that are Manchester Met Mystics, potentially most likely looking at scenarios, need to win both their final games, and that would be a shock with Manchester missing the playoffs for the first time in a long time.
That's true, and the great Manchester team, obviously coached by the great Jeff Jones. You got Georgia Jones playing, you got Dominic Allen playing. They have a very versatile team, so yeah, it would be surprised if they missed the playoffs. But you would have never thought of that when the season started, the way the teams have been playing. I'm sorry, the history of both teams.
Yeah, and just a quick look at the league table going into this final week. A lot of games going to happen this week with a few teams behind, but London Lions and Sevenoaks Suns, the only 2 teams that are now able to win the championship. And then Sheffield Hatters will be locked in the 3 seed, and Leicester Riders at 14-8 locked in as well to a home playoff quarter-final. And then the race for the playoffs, Caledonian Pride, Nottingham Wildcats both head into their final game at 11 and 12. Essex Rebels at 10-10, Manchester 10-12, and Durham at 10-13. But Durham, all they need to do realistically is win and in, and they've got the Gloucester City Queens on the final weekend. So Durham, despite currently looking like in the 9th spot, actually have the destiny in their own hands, which for Coach Lee Davey will be a relief after a strong victory over Manchester yesterday afternoon, as Ebony Horton will head to the line and make the first. Horton 4 of 5 on the afternoon from the line, but she's really struggled from the floor. 1 of 10 for Ebony Horton this afternoon with 6 turnovers.
Yeah, I would say that's down to the London Lions defense. I thought the defense, the intensity that was set in the beginning of the game was really an issue for Ebony.
As Whitehouse deflects the ball away from McDermott. Lions coming out the timeout with multiple changes at McDermott, Winterburn, Joseph, Ume and Breen on the floor. And the ball is into the hands of Holly Winterburn, who's still got an outside shot of a triple-double. She will find Cassie Breen, and Cassie Breen gives Holly Winterburn another assist.
That's great execution.
Holly Winterburn up to 14.7 assists and 5 rebounds. So maybe a bit of a stretch for the triple-double, but you never know.
Well, maybe a double-double's on if she can get a couple more assists going.
As Horton now working on Breen. McDermott knocks the ball away, but Horton able to keep it alive. And the referee blew his whistle accidentally. So it'll be Sheffield sideline ball, and that will allow Helen Naylor and Charlie McGrath to head into the ball game as Whitehouse and Campbell take a break.
Is that the signal for accidental whistle?
My fault, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
As Sheffield will have 14 off the sideline to work. Naylor, who's been quiet in the second half,
foul
is Steph Ume with the reaching, and she will send Horton back to the line with Lions now in the penalty with 5:14 left of this quarter. Ume with the right arm, you can just see there.
Yeah. She had a good closeout because obviously Ebony is a good jump shooter, even though she's not been hitting well today. But she's got to understand the player because Ebony's trying to get to the free throw line because at the moment her field goal percentage is not very good. And now she knocks down the free throw, what she did a minute ago, just giving her a chance to find a way to score and get her rhythm again.
And Horton able to convert once again. 2 of 2 from the line. Hatters now shooting, I believe it's 17 of 21 on the afternoon from the floor. They have struggled. They're down at 30% shooting as Joseph working on shore with 7 on the shot clock. Nowhere to go, looking for options. Winterburn with the head fake, doesn't get Horton to bite. It's going to have to go to a semi-hook shot and a fight for the rebound. Fong Lu Kui, I think, kicks it out of bounds. Indeed, she does. So Lions retain possession with their 16th offensive board of the afternoon. Hatters only 18 defensive rebounds. So when a team's shooting 52% and then getting nearly 50% of their misses, Nigel Lloyd, that's how they can grow into a 40-point lead.
That's true, and that was a good hustle by Cassie Breen and Steph Ume to make that happen just now.
As Winterburn comes back on the screen, finds Breen. 5 on the shot clock. Ume working on Fong Lu Kui down low, tries to hand it to Joseph, and they probably call 3 seconds.
Definitely.
That's a fair call.
That's definitely a fair call. I thought Fong Lu Kui, she played good defense on Steph. Steph could have turned around the shot that just go over the left shoulder right there. I thought the option was there, and she had size, but defense pressure caused that turnover right there.
And into the final 4.5 minutes as Lions set to notch their 21st league victory of the year as Naylor wide open for 3. Mark Clark not happy, goes straight off his feet. Don't know if he called for a timeout as well, but Lions get away with it, and Cassie Breen in transition, corner 3 up short, and Shaquila Joseph fighting for the rebound, and indeed Mark Clark did call for a timeout. We've just not heard a buzzer yet.
Look, the
team heard it, the table missed it, but we will talk it over with 4:11 left.
Yeah, he was not happy. I don't know what happened there. I thought it was a good pass by Holly. She's trying to get her double-double. I thought Cassie ran out and she missed the shot, but Coach Mark Clark was not happy. As soon as that play was over, he called the timeout right away. So maybe he has something else he's seen. And he definitely has his board up, so something's going on as well.
I assume it's the Helen Naylor wide open look as we have a quick look through. Lions led by Jolene Warner with 22 points and 7 rebounds, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists for Zania Stewart, who went 4 of 6 shooting, and Shaquila Joseph still perfect from the floor of 3 and 3, 6 points, 6 rebounds. But again, it's that team consistency lines, 5 players in double digits, Cassie Breen on 9, Shaquila on 6, that we just that strength and depth.
Yeah, and you talk about Cassie Breen with her points, but you talk about Kennedy Leonard, she's got 13 points, she's got 7 assists as well. So she's tied with Holly to be the assist leader of the team. And when you look at that, that's just versatility, you know. And also, you can't get assists if your team's not scoring. So the women are scoring as well.
Yeah, Lions 32 assists as Naylor thinks about the 3, going to drive to her left, and Shaquila Joseph tips it out of bounds, pass intended for Hannah Shaw. And Sheffield will have 12 seconds to work from the baseline. As Naylor underneath, can't get the layup to go, gets a second chance and gets the friendly roll. Helen Naylor up to 13 points personal, leading scorer for the Hatters. As Winterburn looking for options, finds Cassie Breen back in the right-hand corner, and Lions will recycle the ball. Breen on the pin-down screen, well defended by Naylor, and Breen forced into a tough run, a little bit too strong. Steph Ume with another offensive rebound finds Breen, and Breen makes no mistake, and Steph Ume, 4th offensive rebound of the afternoon. And Lions lead back up to 44 with 3:15 left. Hannah Shaw working on Shaquila Joseph, and the ball intended for Naylor inside, tipped out of bounds by Holly Winterburn with 7 left on the shot clock.
London Lions, they're just getting their hands to a lot of possession. They're swarming, even to the end of this basketball game, when you're looking to score 97-53, and they're just playing all the way through.
Well, you'd quite like Sheffield not to score again, Nigel Lloyd, because Sheffield has scored 13 points in the quarter.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. 3 minutes. I know London plays very good defense, but I would think Sheffield's going to score at least a couple more.
Well, this possession will be a little bit tricky. We'll see what Sheffield have got from the out-of-bounds set. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. It'll be Ebony Horton to trigger the inbound. Cross screen for Naylor. She's going to have to pop. Get
foul.
Breen, and Cassie Breen will foul and send Helen Naylor to the line for 2.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so disappointing. 13 is a aim for us, and now for London defensively, and I'm just setting that aim. Obviously, Coach Mark Clark hasn't said that, but the team has been playing such a great defense for the last, 8 quarters. So we'll see what happens now.
Yeah, and I think maybe one thing they'll take away from the Lions that they haven't done well in this game is keep Sheffield off the foul line. It's 21st foul of the afternoon for the Lions. 22 and 23rd free throw attempts as well for Sheffield here, as Naylor makes both. So that's definitely an area that you can improve going into the last week of the season, as Kennedy Leonard will replace Steph Ume.
Now I guess you got a 4-out, 1-in situation, because there's only one post player in the game for London, which is Shaquila Joseph, but it looks like Holly Winterburn's going to assume that position right now.
Holly Winterburn to the 4. She's a little bit of that for the Leicester Riders last year in the small ball units, as Mark Clark tinkering with options for the postseason with lineups, as McDermott avoids Naylor. Joseph beats Shaw, 1 dribble pull-up off to the right, and Nicolette Fonglupi will push in transition. Sheffield look to get this under 40, as Naylor driving on McDermott, nowhere to go, has to force it up, and a tough finish by Helen Naylor, and Liam McDermott can't do a lot about that.
No, she couldn't. That was a very good move by Naylor, and it was a strong move, and the referees let them play. It was a lot of contact, but it didn't look like it was a foul.
And Cassie Breen now getting the handoff back to McDermott, just over 2 minutes left of the 4th quarter here at the University of East London Sports Dock, as Winterburn in the post, turnaround, in and out. Joseph with another offensive rebound, and Leonard from the elbow makes no mistake.
Yeah, Holly Winterburn, she thinks she was fouled in that play, but that was a good shot by Kennedy Leonard, and it's good to see her getting her offense going as well.
As Horton has to back it out. Good defense by a combination of Leonard and Joseph. Horton keeps the dribble alive, and she will earn yet more free throws. Foul called on Leonard for the block, 4th personal foul.
Yeah, that's her 4th personal foul. Also, you can't play defense with your back. I know that's not a very good defensive position right there, so that's automatically a foul for Kenny Leonard. And she did well to having 3 fouls so early in the game to only pick up a 4th now with 1:44 left in the ball game.
And Horton now 9 of 10 from the charity stripe this afternoon. Has a chance to make it 10 of 12. Can't get it to go, but Helen Naylor with the rebound. Ooh. And she gets the putback. Looks like Shaquila Joseph got a little hand on that.
I thought she
but
knocked that
points will still go to Naylor for the field goal attempt. And Sheffield do indeed cut it to below 40 with 1.5 minutes to go. 60 on the board for the Hatters as Joseph to the left hand gets the layup to go, and Lions again hit triple digits.
Yeah, she goes to preferably, she likes to go left in the post. She's able to get a favorite move and score. Good job by Shaquila
Horton
Joseph.
Open on the skip pass from Luqui with a good screen, but unfortunately for Ebony can't get it to go. Cassie Breen nearly runs over the referee John Letizier in transition. Had to go out of bounds to avoid. Would that be a charge on the referee?
Be a block on the referee.
A block on the referee, there we go. As Leah McDermott, wide open, extra pass by Holly Winterburn. Can't get the triple to go, but Horton knocks it out of bounds as we're into the final minute of action.
And that's a good hustle by Shaquila Joseph, because you're talking about with less than a minute to go, you're up 41 points, but the London Lions are playing all the way through.
And Leonard looking for an option, has to skip it long to Winterburn. Setting the screen is Joseph's going to roll to the basket. That frees up Leonard on the left wing. Good luck off, and Cassie Breen with another offensive rebound finds Leonard. And Winterburn with the relocation drives, and Helen Naylor will get called for the reach-in. Take away the nice move by Holly Winterburn. 4th foul on the Hatters, so it'll be a Lions ball on the baseline.
Yeah, this is a nice move. It looks like an in-and-out dribbles, and she caught her. Fake. Oh, yeah, that's a foul. And she was going, there we go. Holly she was going in a bag of tricks right there, but the referee stopped her. Well,
second personal foul.
Someone's got to take the ball out of bounds.
Correction, 3rd personal foul on Naylor. Again, Lions go long on the out of bounds. Breen coming off screens, well met by Horton on the switch, finds McDermott, 3 up and good. And Leah McDermott's 2nd triple of the season, back-to-back days. And that'll get her confidence going in towards the playoffs. As Lions push the lead back up to 44. And Horton straight down the other end replies for 2. 2nd field goal of the afternoon for Horton's. Really struggled from the floor. 2 of 12 shooting, but 9 of 11 from the line. Has kept her personal tally ticking over as we have a 3-second shot clock, game clock differential. Leonard to McDermott. Finds a wide open Winterburn, straight away triple is good. And Lions, who were cold really all afternoon from the floor, make back-to-back threes to end the game as the lead is 45.
She looks relieved, Holly Winterburn, when she hit that 3.
McGrath going to try and beat the buzzer, gets it off the back iron, and that will do it. London Lions 21-0 on the season, 32 consecutive wins in domestic competition. They beat the Sheffield Hatters 107-62.
Yeah, that was, London does a very professional job. I thought they executed on all phases of the game. Obviously, Sheffield was able to get 20 points, in the 4th quarter. So they tied that. Both teams scored 20 points, but London Lions was able to put Sheffield away in this basketball game by executing defensively early, by setting the tone early, and also all the team just playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, that 3 late by Lions actually wins the 4th quarter for them, 23 points to 22. 4th quarter victory for the Lions. So Lions consistently on the offensive end, 23 points in both the 3rd and 4th quarters. And they, as we said, moved to 21-0. Joe Leedon-Warner, leading scorer this afternoon with 22 points to go with 7 rebounds and 4 steals. 6 Lions players in double digits on the afternoon as well. And as for the Hatters, it was Helen Naylor with 19 points, 6 rebounds. And Ebony Horton, as we said, 13 points, 9 of which coming from the free throw line. As Hatters drop to 17-6 on the season. Just 1 final game left for them as they tune up for a home playoff game. In 2 weeks' time, they will play the Gloucester City Queens on Saturday afternoon at the All Saints Sports Centre. And Nigel Lloyd's just going to head downstairs to grab someone for post-game interviews. We'll just go over the stats one more time. as the domination really for the Lions was on the glass as well. Lions ended up with 20 offensive rebounds this afternoon for 25 second chance points, and Sheffield has only able to pull down 20 defensive rebounds of their own. And Sheffield did a much better job in the second half of looking after the ball. 21 turnovers for the Hatters. They had, I think, 16, I believe, at half-time. And Lions able to convert 32 points off those turnovers as they pulled out a 45-point victory. Lions schedule Wednesday against the Manchester Met Mystics at the National Basketball Performance Centre. 4 p.m. tip for that one. Oh, it's a correction, 5 p.m. tip, and then 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon. London Lions, Essex Rebels. If Lions are able to win on Wednesday, they will have a chance to win the title at the Copper Box Arena, and then they will conclude the season Sunday evening at the Surrey Sports Park against the Sevenoaks Suns. 6 p.m. tip on Sunday night. As for the Sheffield Hatters, just that last league game against the Gloucester City Queens to come, as Nigel Lloyd just making his way down from the balcony downstairs as you see the highlights from this afternoon. As Shaquila Joseph just making her way over the court, and we'll get her thoughts as Lions had a convincing win this afternoon, 107-62 over the Sheffield Hatters, and we will head courtside to Nigel Lloyd.
I'm on air. Hello.
Yeah. Hi. I'm with Shaquila Joseph. Shaquila, how do you like the game today?
Yeah, I think we battled hard today. Definitely with the score, it was like a 50-point game. We worked on what we needed to do, and defensively, we did what we needed to do.
You're in the middle of 5 games in 7 days. How are you feeling?
Already, I'm pretty tired, but we've practiced all year. We practiced every day, really tough. As Mark said, it's a war we have every day, so our body is used to it. So I think we'll be able to cope.
Okay, that's good. Going forward, you got Manchester away. Any thoughts on them?
Yeah, so they're kind of similar to this team. They have shooters and they have big inside presence. So if we do what we did today, then we should be good on Wednesday.
Okay. And yesterday, you guys seemed like you were trying to go inside first. Today you were a little versatile. Yesterday, was that a thought for y'all to start inside against that team?
Yeah, definitely getting touches inside is a key for us. We start in, work our way in, and then build out.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the game.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
And that will just about conclude our action this afternoon at UEL Sports Dock. Thank you to Nigel Lloyd. I'm Michael Hanson-Morris. Join us again on Friday from the Copper Box Arena, where Lions will have a chance to win the WBBL Championship. But today they finished on top, 107-62 over the Sheffield Hatters.